All right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Miguel Mansour, file number 25-22176FH. Mr. Mansour, Ms. Underwood, you are going to help represent him on sentencing. Is that correct, Ms. Underwood?
I don't represent Mr. Mansour, I don't think, Your Honor.
Okay, never mind. All right. You said hello, so I thought maybe I appointed you for sentencing. All right, Mr. Mansour, you do not have an attorney at this time, is that correct?
I don't need one. I requested not to have one.
Okay, did you get a copy of the pre-sentence report?
Not yet.
Okay, Miss Holly. So you're gonna have to, he didn't receive a copy. Did you send him a copy?
So we don't usually do the attorney. Your staff might have had to do it.
He doesn't have an
I
attorney.
know, so I don't know.
Usually,
We'll get to him, like.
well, okay. So Mr. Mansour, usually like they review it with them, Chris Jones.
We never had a waiver, right?
Yeah, so Mr. Mansour, would you like an attorney for sentencing? We got to get you a copy of the PSI. So obviously we're not going to be able to sentence you today. And would you like an attorney just for sentencing to review the PSI with you?
No, I'm in here for life without parole. I don't need an attorney. You're adding time on, infinite time. So I choose to just plead guilty to whatever you guys want to charge me with.
You already pled guilty, but I have to make sure you have a copy of the PSI to review. So I'm gonna get a copy of that sent to, what facility are you at?
Where am I at?
Say it again.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
Okay, where are you currently incarcerated?
Marquette Branch Prison.
Okay, so Miss Adams, we can email that to a social worker there or somebody, is that correct? Or do we mail it to them, or?
I thought probation sent to the prison, but I'll just send him a copy.
All right, so Mr. Mansour, I'm gonna adjourn your sentencing 2 weeks. And we are gonna mail a copy to you and then also provide a copy to the social worker or somebody that you work with at the prison. So that way you have an opportunity to read this before we sentence you, okay?
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, Miss Adams, what day should I adjourn this to? I know. One thing, I saw that.
That would be Thursday, May 29th.
All right, so I'm gonna set this over to May 29 at 8:15 in the morning. And Mr. Mansour, we will make sure to get a copy out to you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. So Ms. Underwood, I'm gonna have to shut down. You're all set, Mr. Mansour.
I know, I'm calling him. What's up?
Say it again.
We're done. She said we're set.
Oh. Okay, so Ms. Underwood, give me a minute. I gotta shut down. Becky, that computer or that Polycom is not working.
I'm here on Lake, Your Honor.
Okay, okay. Hold on. I have two. All right, Lake. Miss Walsh, we're gonna take Lake. All right, this, Miss Lake, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Kaylee Dawn Lake, file number 25-22146FH. So Miss Lake, I have a pre-sentence report from Miss Walsh that states that she was unable to communicate with you to prepare a pre-sentence report. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm encouraged the fact that you did call in today. So, Ms. Walsh, I recognize she's in Tennessee. So how do we proceed at this point?
Well, I'm not sure. I've tried to reach out. Emails is not going to work for the length for the as big as our packets are. So I don't really know.
How many pages is the packet?
32.
Okay. All right, so Ms. Lake, Ms. Walsh we're gonna have to mail the packet, but Ms. Lake, listen, you have to take care of this. If you don't, I'm gonna require you to come back to Michigan. And then if you don't come back to Michigan, I'm gonna issue a warrant for you. And then at some point you're gonna get picked up and then they're gonna transport you back. So this has to be a priority for you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
so are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we're gonna mail you this packet and you're
Okay.
gonna sit down and you're gonna fill it out and then you are gonna mail it back to her, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't know how much that's gonna cost, but you're gonna have to take care of that. And
Yes,
then, Ms. Adams, what is the sentencing date in June we're using?
Judge,
We'll need at
June
least-
27th at 8:15.
So I'm gonna set this out to June 27 at 8:15 in the morning. If
Your Honor,
the
could I
packet is
have-
not,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Ms. Lake, if we don't receive it back on that day, I will issue a warrant. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Underwood, what were you gonna say?
Could I have a brief breakout with Ms. Lake?
Yep, and Ms. Lake, Ms. Walsh is gonna need a valid phone number because she will also need to speak with you. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you raising your hands, Ms. Underwood? What are you asking?
Because that's what was going to get from Ms. Lake and
All right, excellent.
I have
because
a
I've
If you
been
can
trying
get-
to reach her.
What, Ms. Walsh?
I have a phone number. The problem is it only works with Wi-Fi, so she hasn't. It is what it is. I can't get a hold of her when I need to.
All right, so Ms. Underwood, I'll open up a breakout room and please verify your address and a phone number, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sorry.
For Ms. Walsh. All right, Ms. Lake, I'm gonna open up that breakout room to talk to Ms. Underwood. Not have Mr. Mawad yet, but I'm sorry. Is Amber Strob here?
She's in jail.
Is she here in jail or at the jail?
She's at the jail.
Oh.
I'm chilling through.
Hi, this is Judge Anzalone. I am ready for Amber Straub, and then I am ready for Tony Rowe. And that's it for now.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Bye.
Bye.
Hold on. Where did Ron? I lost, did you already talk to Miss Underwood, Miss Lake?
Yeah, she just told me to give her office a call to get that updated phone number and everything.
All right, Miss Walsh, do you want to break out room with her real quick to verify her address and phone number again?
Has it changed?
My address, do you have my address in Tennessee?
Okay,
Your
I'm
phone
gonna
number.
put you to a
Number changed.
hold on, I'm live, so I don't want to, so I'm gonna put you two in a breakout room, and when you're done, Miss Lake, you're free to go.
Okay.
Is it Cruzno's here?
Yes.
Mr. Leisure. Don't have my log. Probably, Zilke, I do have Mr. Signs. All right, I'll let him in. All right, Mr. Steins, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus David Royal Steins, file number 24-22047 FH. I have Carly Zilke appearing on behalf of Mr. Steins. This is the date and time set for sentencing in this matter. Ms. Zilke, you've had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report with Mr. Steins.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Steins, you've had an opportunity to read and review the pre-sentence report.
Yeah.
All right, speak up a little bit, and you've had an opportunity to discuss that with your attorney?
Yes, I had an opportunity to discuss that with my attorney.
Okay, and you are satisfied with her as your attorney and the advice that she has given you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Zilke, do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any information in the pre-sentence report?
No.
Does the pre-sentence report disclose any prior convictions in which there exists any known constitutional defect?
No.
Probation Department in this matter has calculated the minimum sentencing guidelines to be 5 to 23 months. Do you agree with that computation of guidelines?
Yes.
Before the court passes sentence, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client, especially regarding the treatment program he was in the Salvation Army Harbor Light?
Yes, briefly, Your Honor. Mr. Steins has been doing very well. He has been, he was released from Lenawee County Jail. He was there for about 24 days, I believe, and was released directly into Harbor Light. That was just shy of 6 months ago. He is doing very well. He's graduated from the residential program there. There is a progress report that I believe was included, dated 5/5/25. With all negative test results, all good as far as attendance, punctuality, attitude towards treatment, and confirmation that they are recommending he continue with the present plan. He is excited about sobriety, very pleased, as am I, that he is doing so well, and is intending to go into sober living as a next step and continue his intensive outpatient treatment. So in general, things are going really well for him. He's doing well with the program that he's in, and that's the context we'd like the court to know.
Okay, all right, Mr. Steins, is there anything you'd like to say on your own behalf?
Yes. So basically I'm going to IOP and I'm working on going to sober living after this. So that's about all I have to say.
Okay. All right, well, I do appreciate all the hard work you've done to complete the program and continue in it. So that's something you should be very proud of. In determining the appropriate sentence in this case, the court has considered the seriousness of the offense, your history, the principal proportionality, the statutory penalty, the cost of confinement, the sentencing guidelines, the report and recommendation of the probation department, as well as what has been set upon the record at this hearing. The criteria and reasons for the sentence are the nature and gravity of the offense, the discipline appropriate to its commission, deterrence against repetition by you and by others, the potential for reformation, vindication of the law, and protection of society. Sentence of the court that you'll be placed on probation. Let's see here. There's no recovery court on this one, right? No, I didn't think so. For a period of 2 years, during that term of probation, you're not to use or possess any alcohol, use any illegal controlled substances, use prescription drugs only as prescribed, complete a substance abuse assessment when referred. I'm assuming you've already had one done.
Yes.
Complete all mental health, domestic violence, counseling, or other treatment as recommended by your service provider, not to use any item as a weapon. You must submit to search of your person and property, including but not limited to your vehicle, your residence, your computer, without need of a warrant if the field agent has reasonable cause to believe you have items which violate the conditions of your probation. I will give you credit for 24 days already served at the Lenawee County Jail. There's a $130 crime victim assessment fee, $30 per month supervision fee, $60 if we have to put a tether on you, $750 in court costs, and $68 in state costs. So are you living in Monroe County now?
Yes, I was gonna actually ask you because I'm staying over here. I will be like leaving like ILP. I think it ends in like I'm on a block grant right now, like due to like the funding here. So I think I'll end up leaving in the middle of June in about a month. So, I'm thinking about, is there any way I could get my probation switched to Monroe? Or does it have to be Lenawee?
So we do transfer probation to where you live.
Okay.
So if you are living in Monroe County, they can process the transfer, right, Ms. Holly?
I need an address and he's gonna somehow need to get out here to sign the probation order.
Yeah, so Mr. Signs, you'll have to have a permanent address in Monroe. And at some point though, you're gonna need to come here to sign your probation terms. Are you allowed to leave for the day?
Am I allowed to leave for the day? I don't know. I got class as soon as I get out of here.
So you're still at Harbor Light, right?
Yes, I'm still at Harbor Light.
So he's,
I don't think he's in the, I don't know where he's at right now. He's not in the residential, so I don't know where he's at right now.
so you're not in the residential one, you're in a different part of the program.
I'm still in residential. I'm living here still in residential, going to intensive outpatient therapy right now. It's 3 times a week. And I stay here and then I'm leaving. I think it's like in June, I think I'm leaving, like beginning of June, a couple of weeks to maybe not even a month, middle of June or beginning of June's about when I get out of here.
Okay, so you're gonna need to work on, once you're out of that program, getting here to sign your probation terms, because
Okay,
that's
I can do that,
required. Yeah, you're gonna need to
I
come down
understand
to, okay, you need to come and meet with Miss Holly. Do you have a phone number for him?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. I need a
Can-
phone number at least.
Well, I'm on YouTube, so I can't get a phone.
I should have a good phone number.
You have a good phone number? Can you get that to Miss Holly? All right, so Mr. Steins, once Miss Holly's gonna get a hold of you, and obviously if you're not able to leave the program right now, when you are able to leave, you're gonna need to come down and meet with Miss Holly and sign it.
That's fine.
You're also
That's
going to
fine.
have to obey and comply with any other provisions in your articles of probation, and as I said, you have to come in person to transfer to Monroe anyway at some
Okay.
point, so. All right, so Mr. Steins, Miss.
I can arrange that to get I can arrange to get a ride out there, before I get out of here.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, so, do you have an address for him?
Yes.
All right, could you get that to Miss Adams?
Yes.
All right, so Mr. Steins, we are from the court going to mail to you an envelope. And in that envelope will be 3 copies of your notice of right to appellate review and a self-addressed stamped envelope. I need you to initial and date 1 copy where it's marked, fold it up, put it in the self-addressed stamped envelope and drop it off wherever outgoing mail is. So that's acknowledging you received your advice or your notice of right to appellate review. If you wish to appeal your sentence, you would fill out the information on the form and mail it to the address listed on the form within 42 days. All right?
Okay, yes, Your Honor.
Anything else?
No, Your
All
Honor.
right, Mr.
No, Your Honor.
Sines, you are all set. Thank you so much and good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, okay.
Interesting too.
Did you guys coordinate that outfit, Miss Holly and Miss Sophie?
I know.
Mr. Rowe. So Mr. Murphy, are you on both of Mr. Rowe's files or is Michael Dagger Margosian? Oh, no, these are Michael Dagger Margosian. He's your attorney, right, Mr. Rowe?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we need him. So he's next door. So hold on a second. Mr. Mawad, good morning.
Hi, Judge. Did I boo-boo?
Did you boo-boo?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You were calling me on the Wayne Scott matter? The three, is that what you guys wanted me on for, or no? Doug
Yes.
Hartung text. Okay, I thought we adjourned it, Judge. I'm sorry, because they're both going into, but that's okay. Whatever you want me to do, or I'll do.
We have Mo, we have Wayne Scott. I think those are the two we have with you, but we left the show cause on for today.
And the female is on with him.
Oh.
Caitlin Maynard.
Oh, and Caitlin Maynard as well. Who's the
It's
yeah,
Doug.
so we
It's
left
Doug.
the show cause on.
Okay, I did not know there was a show cause, and I have to apologize to everybody because I talked to Wayne Scott and Maynard yesterday. They are both supposed to call Mr. Koss this morning and let him know that they're going into a rehab on Saturday near Battle Creek Bear something. So I thought the matter was adjourned. I did not know about the show cause. I can try to get him on. In all honesty, I'll try to get him on. We can do most sentencing today if you want to get that done and over with. He's been in such for a long time. Whatever you want me to do, Judge, I'll do it.
Well, if you're ready to do Mo, we can do Mo.
We can do that.
All right, give me just a moment and, all right, I have Tony Rowe and, Strob. Jim. Diane, I have Amber Strob. Diane, I'll channel on behalf of Amber Strob. Hold on, let me call the case first. This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Amber Rose Strob, file number 25-22181FH. I have Diane Malaterno appearing on behalf of Ms. Strob. Ms. Strob is joining us from the Lenawee County Jail. Ms. Malaterno, you did receive a copy of the pre-sentence report and you had an opportunity to review it with your client?
Yes and no, Your Honor, and I do apologize. There was an error on my schedule through my database as to this hearing, so I would like just a short adjournment so that I do have the opportunity to go see her and go over this with her.
Okay. Ms. Strob, did you receive a copy of the pre-sentence report?
PSI?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 40 days ago.
All right, hold on one second. Ms. Walsh, there's not a recommendation for further jail, correct? Or is there?
She's in jail anyway.
On something else?
Yeah.
Okay. You're in jail on something else, Ms. Strob?
There is, Judge, she was just approved yesterday for recovery court, so that's why it wasn't in the initial PSI, but it would.
Ms. Strob, what did you say?
I just want to max out.
Oh,
Okay. Miss Adams, I need another date for sentencing on this, at least 1 week, but our next available.
We have 8 scheduled next Thursday, so I don't know if you want to add to that.
Oh, why not?
Actually, yeah. Okay.
Next Thursday then, Miss Adams?
Yes, that would be May
June
20
26th. Oh, May, I'm sorry, May 22nd,
I was looking at the 29th.
28th? What
The
day?
20 So the 22nd is pretty bad, and you have drug court. So I was looking at May 29th. Or do
Okay,
we not want it out?
we'll adjourn this out to May 29 at 8:15 in the morning. And Miss Malaterno will come over and meet with you. And then we'll see you back on that day, all right?
Raj, can I speak with her first for a few minutes?
Talk to who, Miss Straub?
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Straub, I'm gonna open up a breakout room. Do you want to join the breakout room, Miss Malaterno?
No, Your Honor, I do not think that I need to, but
All
I
right.
can be downstairs.
Okay, all right, so Miss Walsh and Josie one.
You already finished with Ms. Strob completely for today, correct?
Yeah.
Thank you.
There, Miss Walsh, there you go. Go ahead and join that breakout room.
Thank you.
I have Mr. Wyrick. Mr. Murphy.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good, yourself?
I am good. So what one did we say, Mr. Hurton, we were gonna do from Mr.
His name is Kelly Moe.
Oh, we are ready for Kelly Moe.
All right, sounds good. I'll get him in.
All right, thank you.
If I have a room, I'm not sure that I got an available room.
Right, I have a female gonna be leaving in a minute, so, all right,
Okay.
thank you.
Yep, bye.
Bye. All right, so in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Justen Wyrick, file number 24-22066FH. I'm Matthew Murphy appearing on behalf of Mr. Wyrick. Since date time set for sentencing, Mr. Murphy, you received a copy of the pre-sentence report. Have you had an opportunity to speak to your client?
I spoke to him yesterday, Your Honor. Mr. Wyrick, did you speak to me any further before we proceed?
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Murphy, Mr. Wyrick, so you've had a chance to speak with Mr. Murphy. Are you satisfied with Mr. Murphy as your attorney and the advice that he's given you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any information in the pre-sentence report?
No, ma'am.
No, Your Honor.
All right, does the pre-sentence report disclose any prior convictions in which there exists any known constitutional defect, Mr. Murphy?
No, Your Honor.
All right, before the court passes sentence, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I think that the recommendation in the pre-sentence investigation report is appropriate in this matter. I don't really want to, take up any more of the court's time. I think fines and costs appropriate. When you look at the situation, Mr. Wyrick is made a lot of changes in his life, and he's going to make good on paying what he owes in this case as well, and then move along with his life.
All right, and Mr. Murphy, did you receive a copy of the victim impact statement?
I did, Your Honor.
Is the victim here today? No, okay. The victim was asking for restitution, both for lost work hours and for replacement of a purse that was stolen. What is your position on that?
Your Honor, in regards to the $40 out of the purse, Mr. Wyrick did plead no contest to possessing a credit card that was in there. He didn't plead guilty or no contest to anything involving taking that wallet. But I think in regards to the $40, he may be willing to just, pay that. But I would object to that ultimately. Like I said, Mr. Wyrick wants to make good on what he needs to. So I would object to that. But Mr. Wyrick, I think would just pay that if the court wanted to order that. In regards to the lost wages, I don't think that the restitution should cover that. I don't think that that's, I quite frankly, I don't think that the Victims' Rights Act allows for the restitution in that matter. So I'd object to that as well, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Wyrick, is there anything you'd like to say on your own behalf before the court passes sentence?
No, ma'am.
All right, in determining the appropriate sentence in this case, the court has considered the seriousness of the offense, your history, the principle of proportionality, the statutory penalty, the cost of confinement, the sentencing guidelines, the report and recommendation of the probation department, as well as what has been said upon the record at this hearing. The criterion reasons for the sentence are the nature and gravity of the offense, the discipline appropriate to its commission, deterrence against repetition by you and by others, the potential for reformation, vindication for law, and protection of society. This is a misdemeanor case, obviously. So let me put that up. So applied to a larceny, to 1,000. All right, so there is a $250 fine. There is $50 in state costs. There is $75 crime victim rights fee and $40 in restitution for the purse. As correctly stated by Mr. Murphy, I can't assess restitution for lost wages due to the nature of this. So Mr. Wyrick, what I will say is I'm glad to see that you have at least a year of sobriety. I'm glad that you have changed this path you were on, because obviously you were heading towards, much more serious issues. So can you pay that? It's going to be $375 plus 40. Can you pay that in 90 days?
Yes,
Are you
ma'am.
working?
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
I'll give you 90 days to pay it. Your court paperwork will have the phone number for the clerk's office. You can just call that and they'll give you instructions on how to pay that from where you live now. All right.
One quick question. I'm actually coming into town for a graduation this weekend. The court system there has an old bond check, I guess, from a different case that I finished and everything. Can I just come in and pay it when I pick that check up?
Of course, we're open 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
And also, we're gonna mail to you your notice of right to appellate review. I don't want your whole address, but is your house number 1137?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you're gonna receive an envelope from me, and in that will be 3 copies of your notice of right to appellate review. The top copy will be flagged for you to initial and date. There'll also be a self-addressed stamped envelope. So initial, date it, fold it up, put it back in the envelope, pop it in the mailbox back to me. And then the other copies are for you. And if you wish to appeal your sentence, you would fill out the information on the form and mail it to the address listed on the form within 42 days. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Wyrick.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Wyrick. Contact me if you have any
Counsel.
questions, okay?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Murphy.
All right, Mr. All right, in yellow, are you Mr. Mo?
Yes, I am, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Muwad?
Yes, Judge.
All right, I got Mr. Mo. So this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Kelly Dwayne Mo. We have 2 files, 24-21931FH and 24-22090FH. I have Douglas Hartung appearing on behalf of the people, and I have Elias Mawad appearing on behalf of the defendant. This is the date and time set for sentencing in this matter. Mr. Mawad, do you need an opportunity to speak with your client?
Mr. Mo and I talked about the plea agreement, what it meant. He also knows there's a cap of 12 months. I think Kelly, how long you been in there right now for? If you don't mind me asking, Judge, how long you been in there?
He's got 286 days on 3-1 and 140 on 9-0.
Okay, all right. So he knows he's been in there. He's going to get credit for that, and then I can allocute. So we're ready to go, Judge. I think he's been in there a long time, and he's really dried out to a certain extent. So.
All right, and Mr. Hartung, you received a copy of the PSI?
Yes, John.
All right, so Mr. Mo, you've had an opportunity to read and review the pre-sentence report, is that correct?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
We talked about it. Kelly, we
Did
talked
your
about it.
attorney
remember?
go through it with you on the phone?
Yeah.
Do you need an opportunity to read it?
No, ma'am.
Are you sure? Okay. Are you satisfied with Mr. Mawad as your attorney and the advice that he has given you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Hartung, do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any information in the pre-sentence report?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Mawad, do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any information in the pre-sentence report?
No, Your Honor, very thorough report on Mr. Mo. Thank you.
Does the pre-sentence report disclose any prior convictions in which there exists any known constitutional defect, Mr. Mawad?
None, Your Honor.
On file number 24-21931FH on the breaking and entering a building with intent count, probation department computed the minimum sentencing guidelines to be 19 to 38 months. On file number 24-22090FH on the larceny in a building charge, they computed the minimum sentencing guidelines to be 5 to 23 months. Mr. Hartung, do you agree with that calculation of guidelines?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Mawad, do you agree with that calculation of guidelines?
I do.
All right, Mr. Hartung, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of the people before the court passes sentence?
Your Honor, the recommendation from the probation department is prison on both of these charges, so we understand how serious the situation it is. The sentencing agreement capped him at 1 year. So what I'm asking the court to do on the file that ends in 3-1 is to give him 12 months in jail on that file. And on file 9-0 to give him 8 months in jail on that file. And the reason I'm staggering that is because the second case came about later and Mr. Mo and his co-defendants cooperated in that matter and agreed to participate in confessions and admissions. And through their attorney, they worked out to settle all of these cases up at one time. I'm also asking the court to put him on probation for 3 years and to have him follow any drug rehabilitation treatment programs or guidelines or testing that is recommended by his probation agent. And if there is a restitution claim put in at some point in time on both these cases, that the court order him to pay that restitution, and obviously you could have a hearing if you needed.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mawad, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client?
Yeah, you know, Kelly will tell you that when he got arrested on these charges, he clearly has an addiction, will always have an addiction, and understands he's been in so long now, Judge, that Kelly looks better, talks better, is better. He's got a sister that calls me periodically to check in on him, and they want nothing but help for him. I am happy that not just Mr. Mo and the other two, we'll talk to them, we'll talk about them in a minute, we're able to talk to the detective on the second case, close it out because they gave confessions, they talked about it, and Mr. Hartung's right about everything he said. I'm thinking a little bit differently. I'm hoping that the court may think about giving him credit for everything he's done so far. I'm the probationary terms, but he's got to be supervised because we don't want him to end up dead. And that's what I care about right now for Mr. Mo.
Okay. All right. Mr. Mo, is there anything you'd like to say on your behalf?
No, ma'am.
Okay. In determining the appropriate sentence in this case, the court has considered the seriousness of the offenses, your history, the principle of proportionality, the statutory penalty, the cost of confinement, the sentencing guidelines, the report and recommendation of the probation department, as well as what has been said upon the record at this hearing. The criteria and reasons for the sentence are the nature and gravity of the offense, the discipline appropriate to its commission, deterrence against repetition by you and by others, the potential for reformation, vindication for the law, and the protection of society. Sentence the court, you'll be placed on probation for a period of 3 years. During that term of probation, you will obey and comply with all the articles of your probation. You're not to use any illegal controlled substances. You're not to consume alcohol. You are not to use medications except as prescribed. Understand that the probation department has right to search and seizure if they believe that you have items which would violate the terms of your probation. You must test as required by the probation department and submit to any substance abuse assessments or counseling. You can't use any object as a weapon. Let's see. Any other terms that might be added, and that's on both files. On file number 24-21931FH, you will be placed on probation for a period of 3 years. It will assess $750 in court costs, $130 crime victim rape fee, $68 in state costs. There's a $60 DNA fee. I don't know if you'll actually have to pay that or not. It depends on when you last had your DNA done. There's a $30 per month supervision fee, along with $60 if we need to place you on a tether. You'll serve 1 year in the Lenawee County Jail with credit for 286 days already served. On file number 24-22090FH, you'll be placed on probation for a period of 3 years, all the same terms. I will give you 140 days credit for time served. There is $130 in crime victim rape fee and $68 in state costs. Obviously, Mr. Mo, if there is a request for restitution, you have a right to have a hearing on that. And of course, the court will oblige you with that. As of right now, we don't have a restitution request.
Yeah, actually, they turned in the statement. So the amount that we figured out was the amount for each.
I don't have a statement.
It should have been with the PSI. I have it here if you need it, but it's an estimate.
I have
It should be
an electrical estimate.
Yes. So it totals over $32,000. We figured out 10,700 for each defendant, 3 of them.
All right, so there's like GLIC electrical. Was that in your packet, Mr. Mawad?
Yeah, I did see that. And Mr. Mo, this is a restitution request for $10,000 on both charges, both buildings, because of electrical cords. I don't want to object to it unless you tell me I have to, Mr.
So you're joint and severally responsible for that restitution. So, you know, if the other two don't pay it, you might end up paying it all and having to go back after them for it. There's a 400A feed from box F feed to box D. No idea what that means. And that's $11,740. There's a 400A feed from box F feed to box G, $7,180. And a 400A parallel feed from box G feed to busway J box, which is $13,180. So that's the estimate for repairs that they provided. So what your attorney is saying is you can dispute that, or you can agree to your, and it was 10,000 what?
10,700, and that would be the Morenci case, the 090 case.
And that would be on the 090 case from Morenci, and it would be 10,900. 10,700 for each defendant.
Yes.
So the only question I have, oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Do we know if insurance covered any of this? We may not, but does anybody know?
I don't know, the insurance company would get it, but I've not gotten any statement other than that was in the police report.
Okay. I appreciate you.
Well, it does matter if the insurance company covered it.
Right, so they would get it. So I haven't heard from either party.
I typically don't pay insurance companies. Mr. Hartung?
I don't have a problem with leaving this issue open if they want probation follow up with that letterhead, or on that letterhead to find out if it was paid by insurance or not. I have no problem.
All right, so we'll leave that open right now, Mr. Mo and Mr. Wad, and Ms. Holly will reach out and find out whether or not there was insurance coverage.
Okay.
And can you have no contact between the defendants?
Okay. Mr. Mo, obviously there is also a no contact between you and the other co-defendants, okay?
Um,
Is that all right?
yes.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, so anything else? Hold on.
So on the Larson building file, the second file, I don't believe you actually assessed, maybe you didn't intend to, an amount of time in jail.
I gave him credit for time, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, all right, and the restitution will be on file number 24-22090 FH, and again, there'll be no contact order between you and your co-defendants, and we'll leave the restitution up until we can find out if there's been any insurance payments on that, Mr. Mo. Now, Mr. Mo, we're going to send over to the jail 3 copies of your notice of right to appellate review. They're gonna have you initial and date 1 copy for our records. The other copies are for you. If you wish to appeal your sentence, you would fill out the information on the form and mail it to the address listed on the form within 42 days. All right, Mr. Mo?
Yes, so it's time served on both of them or just on one of them?
Just on one, and I gave you a year in jail
So I got-
on file number 24-21931 FH. You got credit for 286 days.
So I got like 14 days left.
Yeah, that's all. You're almost out, Kelly. But Kelly, you got to do me a favor. We all love you, man, and I got to know your sister. You got to take care of the meth issue. All right?
Oh yeah, I know.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, and when you get out of jail,
First Tuesday.
the first Tuesday after you get out of jail, you need to report to the probation department on the 3rd floor between 8 and 10 a.m. All right?
So this probation here
Yes.
or probation over there in Branch County?
Here.
It's
You got to
here.
go here first. Right.
It's here, and if you live somewhere else, they gotta transfer it to wherever you live. Got it?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Mawad. Thank you, Mr. Mo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a
I'm
good
going to
day.
stay on to talk about, if you want to, Wayne Scott and Maynard, if I can talk to you about that. We can do it off the record real quick or whatever you want to do.
I can do it off the record. Do you mind?
All right. So Judge,
I gotta stop hold on, I gotta go off live stream. Hold on.